Rachel, it's always great doing this with you. And today we had a chance to kind of launch the new year.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed listening to yours and Nick's podcast last time.
Oh, thanks. It was good to have Nick back.
If only he was as good as me.
You know what, though? He loves you and I. He listens. He's a listener. And he said that you are great on this. So, and I believe that too. I love doing it. I don't have a preference. I just love that I have been blessed with two great co-hosts. But yeah, it was fun having Nick back. And you were out of town that day up in Northwest Arkansas and singing the national anthem for the Arkansas Razorbacks in their basketball game. And they won that game too.
Yeah, pretty handily.
And it was, you did a great job.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
I was very nervous.
I looked at all the pictures. It was fun.
Oh my gosh. I had lost my voice completely the day before.
What?
Yes. And
You could never tell. Did you lemon it up? Lemon juice and tea and all that? Oh, really?
I saw Dr. Calloway at church, and he's my doctor.
Yeah, mine too.
And I said, can I come see you tomorrow? I've got to get a steroid or something to get my voice back. And he said, I'll just call you in one today. And so I got on a steroid on Sunday, and about halfway through the song, I could hear my voice, like that gravel in my voice. And I was like, oh gosh, please make it through. And luckily I did. But a lot of things were going through my head at that moment. I was like, please let my voice not fail. I don't remember the next words.
Home of the brave. Hey, let's go.
And the camera guy was literally right in front of me. And I'm like, do I need to look at him? Do I need to look away? Do I need to have my hand on my heart? Like all these things happening at the same time.
Wow.
So it was really, really exciting, but I'm so glad it's over.
Well, you did a great job, and I loved listening to it. I watched it on Facebook, and you were missed, but Nick did a good job. And so we launch 2026, and our podcast, first one of the new year, is just kind of talking about what God may want to do in your life in 2026 and what might you want to start doing that you haven't done before. So we hope you enjoy listening to the 61st Minute Podcast, a podcast of Community Bible. Enjoy. So, had my daughters for the better part of 12 days.
It's a long time.
Yeah, and they, for the most part, tolerated each other pretty well. It was nice. We played a lot of games.
What's the age difference?
2.5 years. Okay. So 31 and 28 plus March, she'll be 29. But they've never truly been like best buds. They have their moments where you're like, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is great. My mom was here too, and my mom even said, oh, look at you guys getting along so well. I'm like, oh man. But it was fun. We played a ton of games. There was a day that I had to go to volleyball practice, and my daughters went into the game room. So my wife has kept every game the kids have ever played, my girls have ever played. They were playing Pretty Princess.
Oh,
they were playing Disney games, all these childhood games. They wanted to play against each other, and they had a full day. And I'm like, this is the way family's supposed to be right here.
That's cool.
Yeah. You?
We had a busy time. You know, I get 2 weeks off of work, which is so nice. But
that is nice.
I spend the first week super busy with cinnamon rolls and just getting ready for Christmas.
My family absolutely loved your cinnamon rolls. Thank you that you were willing to share with your friend. My daughter was even more appreciative because she's a vegetarian, and she was able to eat them and absolutely loved them.
Well, I'm glad. But it is all encompassing until Christmas Eve. And then After that, then I don't want to think about it for a long time.
Yep.
And then we get into Christmas. Honestly, Christmas Eve was kind of chill. What was so interesting was, Christmas Eve, we go to church, and my dad and stepmom are here. They come second service. My mom and stepdad, they go to a different church, so they were there. And I thought my dad was going to Northwest Arkansas to visit other family that night, so I'd invited my mom over for dinner. And turns out that he wasn't going to Northwest Arkansas until the next night. And so I kind of like hinted. I was like, hey, Mom, if you don't want to come, like, I understand. Dad will be there. And she's like, yeah, no big deal. So ended up having my mom, stepdad, dad, stepmom, and us over for dinner, which that was an interesting
So was there
thing.
just the 6 of you for dinner?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, 7 with Jack.
Right? Well, yeah.
It was never in my 19-year-old mind did I ever think that would happen.
Yeah.
Not that they don't get along. They get along fine now.
Okay.
But like didn't ever picture, unless it was like an occasion, like a graduation or a wedding, that my parents would have dinner together. And yet here we are, just a random Wednesday night.
Having the parental units over.
Everybody come sit around my table. But it was good. It's just funny. So that was the most interesting part of Christmas. And then we did everything on the 26th. So
Okay.
we did Santa on the 25th, but like all of my family gathering, Mom was in the morning on the 26th, Dad was in the evening on the 26th. And then it was over and I was like, praise the Lord.
The house is empty right now because on January 1st, we shut everything down because my daughter's able to help me because I obviously, before surgery that I'm going to have, I couldn't lift anything. So I climbed up into the attic with my youngest. So my 28-year-old and I are up there and they're lifting up all of the Christmas stuff, my daughter and my wife and my mom, handing it up the stairs and we're putting it up in the attic. And so we shut it down and that's the worst day because I love the day we decorate, but then the worst day is when it's empty again.
But doesn't it feel kind of nice?
That's where I was going. This year, because our house is brand new and we've only been in it 3 months, it was nice to go back to, okay, this is our new house and the windows there's no tree there. Even though the tree fit perfectly where we had it this year, because we weren't certain where we were going to put it. It's perfect location. It's just nice now you look out that big window and we have furniture coming this week. So, yeah, but when I talk about it, I think we maybe had this conversation before. When I look into the new year and I look at the 12 months of the year, my favorite obviously is December, but my least favorite, I hate January. I hate it. It's long, it's cold, it's empty, it feels like. It's like, and it's supposed to be a fresh start, a new year, a new opportunity. But if I had to put it on a scale of 1 to 12 in terms of rankings of months, it's going to be number 12. I hate it. And then number 11, August. I just hate August because it was always right before school or school starting. But January, I just don't like it. It just feels like all that buildup for December and then like one. And now with having surgery in 10 days, it's even worse. But when you think about, Rachel, and I thought we would spend some time just thinking about those that listen to this podcast. New Year's a new opportunity. It's a fresh start. It's a lot of New Year's resolutions. You hear that for years. A lot of them are broken within the first 2 weeks. Let's put it a little spiritual bent on this question. When you look at 2026, what would you like to see God do in and through you this year that you didn't do last year?
I don't know. I think that's hard. That didn't do last year. So I think.
Or maybe you did last year, but you want to do it better. How's that?
Yeah. So for the last year and a half, I have really gotten in the habit of listening to the word in the morning. And that has been a game changer for me, I think. I think maybe like trusting God beforehand, before the result. Because it's easy to go through something really hard and like see the evidence of God after the fact, but it's trusting God when things get a little shaky that I want to get better at. I think.
Give me a for instance. Give me an example of something like that.
So I have my big event coming up that is a lot of pressure on me. This is the first year I haven't had a team behind me to help soften the blow if things go bad. And that was my choice. I didn't really want the opinions of others this year. And I've proven myself enough to allow them to let me have that. But it also puts a lot of pressure on me to make sure it goes really well without people to fall back on.
Right.
So it's like trusting God with the results ahead of time and knowing that he has equipped me. He's called me to it, so he's going to equip me for it. And so I truly believe that he goes before us and like he knows what's going to happen before we do. So I just need to trust that if I have done everything that I can do, that he's got the rest.
Right.
Like he's going to make it successful. Now, is it going to be as successful as it ever was? I don't know.
Right.
But that's going to be okay.
Sure.
And just knowing that he's got me where he's got me for this season. And if something happens, like I've thought, I'm not in jeopardy of losing my job, but like I've thought, like, what if I lost my job tomorrow? Well, then that's the end of that season that he brought me there for a reason, and there will be another one.
Right. No, I get it. You know, I think learning is an important tool, especially when we are intentional about what it is that we want to learn. And I think, and I like that. I like the fact that you want to better yourself in our areas, but you also want to trust yourself. It sounds like, Rachel, you are at a place where in 2026, trust your own instincts, trust your own leadership, trust that you're headed in the right direction based off of what you've learned from your past, right? That's what essentially you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, I think I was strongly convicted the other day, and it was during my quiet time where if I could really sit down with God, I think God would say, I miss you. Even though I just did for the very first time in my life, went through the entire Bible for 365 days, chronologically reading the Bible from start to finish. First time. But yet, that's head knowledge. It's not heart knowledge.
Yeah.
And I go into 2026 convicted because, for instance, I'll give you an example of where I'm going. My best friend will stop on a dime and just go, let's pray about it. Let's pray. I've had people stop me who know my back is a mess and go, I want to pray for you. And I'm convicted. I go, I don't do that. I'm a freaking pastor, and I don't stop and pray with people, and I get my own way. And I'm worried about things that are inconsequential. They're not inconsequential to what I'm trying to do in life. And that is to be a discipler, to lead, to pray for people. And I, in a shameful manner go, I don't pray enough with people, or I don't pray enough. And I used to call myself a prayer warrior. Like I'd pray about everything all the time. And I get into this season. You know what affects me the most, Rachel? I think this happens to a lot of people, maybe people who are listening. When something happens to you, what's the first thing that could go? My prayer life. Like all I think about is the pain in my back. All I think about. And then, of course, what story do I hear? Paul, thorn in the flesh. But yet he kept doing. And so I go into 2026 thinking, I need to spend more time with God, talking to him, not just reading about him. I know the Bible.
Yeah.
It's my job. But my life is the relationship I have with him. And I haven't spent time like I have because I'm my brain is focused in an ultra situation of pain, like sitting, standing, thinking about a surgery, recovery. I went on social media and watched everybody's reactions to their anterior cervical this been something fusion. And that is the worst thing I do because everybody's, oh, this is the worst thing in my life. I wish I would have never done. And I'm like going, oh, what did I do? What did I do? So with all that being said, 2026 has got to be a year I spend time talking again and having a relationship with God that is personal instead of just, hey, I read today. I read my 3 chapters of the book of Zephaniah, but how do I translate that into who I am in terms of praying for people, praying with people, talking to people about what God is doing in my life and how God can be a part of their life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a hard thing too, is when somebody asks you for prayer and you're like, yeah, I'll pray for you.
Right.
Like, and actually praying for somebody. I know when I'm doing really well at that, like I'll stop right then and just pray for them there. Or like I'll just write out the prayer in a text message and send it to them.
Right.
Because it's the intentionality of, hey, I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. And not only that, but like the connection with God, like he wants to hear from us.
Right.
And like with mine, he wants us to trust him. Yeah. We're going through trying to get a new HVAC system. Ugh, so not fun.
Right.
And like balancing our budget and trying to figure out like how we're going to pay for it. And it's expensive.
Yeah.
And it was not in the cards for us to have another car payment. But I'm trusting that God's going to take care of it.
Yeah, they're expensive. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to say something a little bit controversial, I think, but I think you'll know where I'm going. I agree with you that we've got to do what we're saying we're going to do. And years ago, I heard it one time, someone say, don't tell someone you're praying for them and then don't pray for them. And I go, oh, I get that. I get it. I get exactly what you were saying. I get what that person said to me years and years ago. But I do know, though, when you tell somebody you're praying for them, and if they walk away and you forget or something preoccupies your mind and you don't end up praying for them, it still brought something to that person that you cared enough to say to them, I know your situation is bothering you, whatever it was, and I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
Now, you may go back and pray later. You may never pray. But I still think to some degree it brings some level of hope, peace, just to acknowledge where they're at. It's an acknowledgement of their situation. I'm not saying that we should go off and not pray for them. Absolutely not. But there are times where we get busy and we say it, but we don't. I'm the same way with you, though. When I say it, I'm going to pray right away in my head. Even if I don't pray with them, I'm going to walk away and go, God, I should have prayed with them, but maybe I should have, maybe I didn't. But I'm going to lift them up to you. And I'm trying to be that intentional.
Yeah.
I get that. So a lot of you are listening, and what is God going to do in and through you in 2026? Because it's a new opportunity. January is always a start. It's a fresh start. Just by design. It's a new calendar year. Holidays are behind us.
But what do you feel about New Year's resolutions? I hate them.
I do too. So I'm trying to think of how to answer that question. I do hate them. I don't set them.
I just want to continue to be better all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
why do I need a new year to be better?
All right, let's say this. I think New Year's resolution is for those people who were overeaters, overdrinkers, over everything in the holidays, and they just want a fresh start and say, I can do it. I can lose the weight. I can give up this. I'm going to, that's why January is also called Dry January, because everyone partied for pretty much 30 days, and now they want to stop and get back to a rhythm. So really, it's a month. Really, resolutions are for those who didn't have any control, who lacked self-control in the month of December. And so now they want to get back on that kick. And that's why that there's a push to get away from this New Year's resolution to a healthy habitual lifestyle,
Yeah.
And yes, I agree. I don't set a New Year's resolution. I don't.
No, I just want to build on the last year.
Right.
Like keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. The old Ted Lasso line. I want to be a better version of myself.
Yeah.
100%. I agree.
We started Ted Lasso over again last night.
I've watched it 3 times.
I love it.
It's awesome.
It's so good.
There's so many life lessons.
I know.
It is. And I can't wait for season 4 because then we'll go through the whole 3 again to get to 4 so with that we can recap. Yeah. Yeah. So what would you like to start in 2026? Personally, what would you like to start?
So I haven't even told my husband this because I don't want to get his hopes up if I don't.
Golf?
But
Are you going to say golf?
I think I'm going to try to learn golf in 2026.
Yeah, I told you about my wife. She wanted to golf with me because she knew how important it was, and we went to the driving range. And her first swing, she thought it was going to be easy. She missed the ball. Never went back to golf again.
Well, I own clubs. I own the most cute bag ever.
There you go.
But I've taken one lesson, and I did really well on the lesson. It's just the timing. I don't want to drive to Alma, but
Just go play 9 holes. You don't need to play 18.
yeah.
It's 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, depending on who's in front of you.
But I'm going to play. I'm going to learn to play enough to play this year. And I want to read 25 books.
25. I don't think I've read 25 books in the last 15 years. Holy cow, 25 books.
It's ambitious, but it's also realistic for me. I like to listen to books too. And so I'll usually be listening to a book and reading a book at the same time.
Okay. Yep. So my daughter, Jensen, is a teacher. Up until last year, she read 100 books a year.
That's nuts.
100 books a year.
Like kid books?
No. Huge. Like she'd go away 800 pages and would disappear for a couple days in her room and read those books and be done. A couple days, 800 pages. I was blown away. And then last year she read 39, I think she said, and she read 25 this year. Last year she got engaged. She got a boyfriend and then a fiance, and now she's getting ready for a wedding. So her numbers have dropped, but 100 books a year.
That's crazy.
So
my friend that's a stay-at-home mom, she reads over 200 books a year, which is just mind-blowing.
No, I couldn't do it. I don't have the attention span. I read things over the same paragraph over 3 times just to comprehend things. That's just how I am. What do I want? I don't know if I want to start anything as much as I want to heal in 2026 appropriately, but I guess I want to. That's a great. I should have answered my own question beforehand, but I don't know what I want to start. I wanted to start pickleball last year, and I did, and I love it. But then this happened, so I don't know how long I'll be from that. I don't know. I think about that.
I also wrote down January 1st, I like to get out all my cookbooks. And I pulled recipes from all my cookbooks of new recipes I want to try this year.
Right.
And so I'm gonna do 1 to 2 a week of the new recipes. And so I did one last night, doing another one tonight. And actually, 2 this week. So
I have not, I guess if I want to get back to hunting. That's a funny thing to say, but I've been a hunter for a very long time. And the last 2 years with moving, I haven't been able to have that opportunity, but a couple times. And so when I say I want to get back to hunting, I want to secure a piece of property, whether it's a farm or a woods, and then have an opportunity to get back into the woods. Because me and God in the woods is that's my heaven, just being out in the wildlife and seeing stuff. I guess that would be my one thing I want to do. Yeah, that's all I got. I'd love to read some more books. We're reading one right now as staff. And maybe I could read more books by pushing everybody else to read books.
Or you could read them all while you're down.
I got for Christmas the complete set of all the series of Miami Vice.
Oh my gosh.
I've only seen it one time, and that's when it was new and fresh back in 1985, 84 and 85. And I've been wanting to, and you have to pay for it online. So I asked for it. I put it on my Christmas list and I got it. So I think during my recovery time, that will be priority number one. But yes, reading would be a good opportunity. But I think Miami Vice is going to have my attention.
Reading Miami Vice.
We'll see. Well, Rachel and I, love doing this, and with the fact that I will be having surgery on January 16th, we're going to do one more podcast, and then we're going to take a little bit of a break as I recover. We're hoping that break is short, but we will be back. But we will be back for certain next week, and we're going to talk a little bit about Luke, the author of the book of Luke, who was a doctor, and that is the focus of our church over the course of the next several weeks. And it's a great book, great perspective of the story of Jesus, because Jesus did a lot of things that were fresh and new, just like a new year in January 2026. So Rachel and I will be back next week, and then we'll take a little break. But outside of that, love doing this. You have been listening to the 61st Minute, a podcast of Community Bible Church. I'm Tim, and that's Rachel, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.